Welcome back. I'm Shelf Unit, and this is my continuing Let's Play of Underrail. So, last time, I haven't processed the video yet, so I don't know how much actual time it takes. It took me an hour and 40 minutes to record it. And in that, I picked up a bunch more grenades, a ton more batteries, this, that, and the other. Nothing needs repairing just yet. And I bought an absolute crap ton of landmines and things and laid the ones that I had the skills for out here in preparation for any further attacks. Now I'm going to go to Professor Oldfield. Come in, Sarah Eden. Star, come in. Here we go. I have a report to make about the Nexus of Technology, a large research centre. Explained on what you recovered. After listening to you with great interest, only occasionally interjecting with various exclamations of surprise and awe, the Professor shares his thoughts. Goodness me, that is marvellous indeed. Your descent down the elevator shaft, turning on the power, exploring the floors, all of it truly incredible. And the fact that you managed to upgrade your microchip implant's clearance level with that. What did you say that device was called? Microchip encoder. Yes, microchip encoder. That clearance level will certainly prove to be of great use, certainly. Excellent work, Sarah Evenster. I see markers by your well-earned bonus. I'll contact you as soon as I have a new task for you. Biocorp seems to have left most of the facilities untouched. How come they never entered them? Not even after so much time. They had 2 centuries to do so. There are no records which would give us a clear answer, but as you've seen yourself, their usage of mutagen to eliminate Lemurians is a very good reason why they didn't immediately enter them. After that, who knows? The Lemurians were the last enemy of its Biocorp Undernavy. After that, it was disbanded, under quite turbulent and unclear circumstances. Its assets were transferred to Biocorp Armed Forces. Some of it later recycled, stored away. You know how it goes. Following that, we can only speculate. Maybe these circumstances have simply led to Lemuria not being seen as important enough. Maybe it was forgotten altogether. Maybe it was the mutagenic contamination that prevented it. Or perhaps it all came down to some higher interests, or precisely disinterests. We can't possibly perceive. Any new discoveries? Right now we have a very good idea of how... Okay. Goodbye, Professor. So we'll just quickly collect our pay. Let's collect my paycheck. Okay, sir, let me see. Here you go. 200 Dune coins. I'll keep your coins safe. For coins, 1-to-1 deal. Who can say no to it? These guys, ignore him. See you later. I will just pop in here. Grab all of this. Anything here I need to worry about? Don't need iron gut. Actually, I'll grab those and the bandages. And there goes my pay. Yay. Let's quick save. And head further down here. Here I can talk to this guy. Sega, data, so much data, anyone's eager. He stares at the screen, twisting one of the locks of hair with his index finger, mumbling to himself. Seems to be unaware of your presence. He flinches. Zip! Hey, you got something for me? Can you take a look at this for me? Yep, get to work straight away. Done, got something interesting for you. It's on the PC. I'll leave you to your work. Appreciate it. Bye. Let's have a look at what he's got on the computer. Galaxy recovered NPC data. Nexus of Technology. Right, hydrothermal vents, article for Lemurian intelligence. The existence of hydrothermal vents have been known to humanity for many years before the end of the Old Era. While they were well studied, the mechanisms by which they operate understood at the time. Harnessing, missing, difficult challenge would only happen in the years just before the descent. These events, missing fissures in the planet's surface that issued geothermally heated water, and are primarily found deep below the ocean surface in regions where tectonic plates spread from one another. Missing, with the average depth being just over 2 kilometers, it's clear that the path to exploitation of these rich resources is one laid with some quite imposing obstacles. In addition, some of the other more effective ways of producing energy made pursuing hydrothermal vents as valid energy sources a rather costly and inferior option during the early 21st century, the old era. The world was changing rapidly in these deleterious times of human existence, missing, but the future was costly. The exploitation of fossil fuels itself fueled political avarice and extermination of millions, and missing, the most brutal wars in the world. Missing, for if food comes before morality, so do hydrocarbon energy sources. The reason, missing, their finiteness and growing hunger of modern society that needed to be sated with potentially exponentially more energy. Thus, more and more political entities, be it countries or supercorporations, were forced to turn to renewable missing. New frontier technologies made it their mission to rely only on renewable energy sources, sunlight, wind waves, missing, geothermal heat if available. It was our saving grace that we developed these technologies to a high degree before the missing staring into the eyes of extinction otherwise. One successful NFT project was Lemuria, the world we live in, and it's the inquiry into the exploitation of geothermal sources that has made Lemuria possible. In the chaotic final days of the old era, the global investigation had been performed by new frontier technologies in order to find suitable locations, missing. Tenebrous Dome Lake, missing. Abundant gashes in the lake bed. Relative seclusion, relative meaning that Underrail is still not too far away. Spaciousness, the caverns, thriving underwater and terrestrial life, all further attributed to missing richness in life is precisely the product of these hydrothermal vents, because the energy and precipitation of these minerals, the minerals from the vents, support the chemosynthetic bacteria, which are in turn being consumed by the larger organisms, and the food chain continues from there. Relatively small depth of the vents made harnessing energy from them a simple task for NFT, so sensibly all facilities were and still are being powered by hydrothermal energy. This natural decentralization of power sources missing, each facility had to have its own generator. Granted, LIT4U AVAC transformers have been installed to transfer energy between facilities in case of emergency, but these ended up being used rarely, the most notable case being the failure at Lemco in LE21. The generators that we used were LX-SCRC 70U supercritical kestrel light generators designed specifically missing, installed at the base of each facility, atop their respective hydrothermal vent. Each facility is equipped with power substation units, singular devices based on old set of power station generators. These units are directly connected to primary generators performing a variety of functions such as regulating distribution, electrical current conversion and backup generation, missing. The reason why the setter design was used as the basis for the unit. The vents themselves range between 2 and 400 degrees centigrade in temperature, with some of them providing in excess of 50 megawatts, whereas the generators themselves are designed to last for more than 200 years. The estimate for dry versions, aka non-underwater, is about 250 years, which convincingly relates how well designed and coded the U versions have become at the particular time. I'll conclude my article here. As I've already mentioned, there are more reasons why hydrothermal vents have proven useful to us. The minerals being precipitated are collected and processed, the biota being supported by the vents missing, the tall smokers and corals make up for a stunning landscape, which grasps the viewer and doesn't let go. I will leave elaboration of these, however, to someone more competent in the respective subjects. And the other nexus of technology. Lisa H. Jackson, first draft of the Naga Protectors. Note, think of a better name, article for Lemurian Intelligencer. Today they've been finally unveiled. The Naga Protectors, named after the mythical creatures of old era, missing pinnacle Lemurian engineering, embodiment of the Lemurian style. But first I would like to start at the very beginning. Note, expand the intro a little bit. Even before the descent, the 6 supercorporations have always had different paradigms when it came to robotic design and development, often with completely opposite goals missing. First example, Biocorp viewed robots as nothing more than mere autonomous tools, and so they designed them accordingly. They were limited to little or no interactivity with humans. They were fairly simple in shape, rather cubic for the most part, as to facilitate mass production, missing. Lack any and all decorative features, missing, with abilities strictly confined to the domain of the work. Some were made for security and some for heavy lifting. Some were modular, missing. All of them were made as one would make a tool, missing. Need nothing more. Whereas Bionic Institute viewed things a little bit differently. Missing. Their ultimate goal was to merge humans and machines, flesh and metal, grown and manufactured. Missing was natural that their robots were viewed more than just simple tools to be used and discarded once they are no longer useful. Missing. Considered members of their society, equal, as much as possible at least, to those who made them. They were being developed to be intelligent and sentient, to think, feel and dream. Missing. Love even. The more artificial met its limits, natural was used to augment it, and vice versa. That was how they viewed it, and that was how they did it. The exact opposite of Biocorp. Note, use synonyms for viewed, it repeats a lot. Missing. Next example, security agency. They built machines for war, missing. Innumerable series of warbots have been produced and perfected, and some even manufactured by other greater warbots that were designed to continuously output newer machines, no matter the theatre or threat they were in. Missing. Range from the cheapest and simplest, like D-drones or the RX-5s. Cybernetic foot soldiers, missing. Largest and most destructive, the dreaded orbital devastators, capable of eradicating their enemies from the edge of the thermosphere with its precision and mercilessness no living creature could ever achieve. Missing. Responsible for millions of deaths alone. Missing. Built to obey and destroy, and they were used by the SA themselves, but also by anyone else who could afford them. Note, missing. Warbots never had missing markings. New frontier technology. We made ours to construct, to raise, to manufacture, and to terraform, to serve not only their owners, but humanity and the environment. Wherever humanity could and would go, or wherever they would and could go. Epic robots could and would follow, missing. The Earth's orbit, missing. The deepest point in the ocean, missing. Isolated underground cavern, missing. We developed our robots for the environment. Basic paradigm remained unchanged wherever we are. This paragraph is a lot shorter than the others. I suppose NFT doesn't need much explanation. So we come to Lemuria. Our needs here in this underground world are completely different from when they were in the place where we could look at the sky and the sun. Missing. Absence of the sun made a huge impact on missing Lemurian style. Missing. Talking about is this. We had the technology to survive and change the world, but there was nothing beautiful down here. It was all water, dirt, and darkness, and no matter, missing. Terraform. Even if we one day surround ourselves with grass and forests, missing, would never replace the lack of a shining sun. The few oldest among us still remember it, but even those who've never seen it do miss it. Note, shorten the section, some parts a bit rambly. Missing. Turn to water motives. Missing. Sensibly, it was the primary source of inspiration. Missing. Absence of the sun. The distinct Lemurian style developed quickly. Missing. Among other things, they gave birth to the servants, based upon the long-standing helpers which literally built our facilities. Servants were improved in all aspects. Note, remove the sun part and merge this with the previous paragraph. Still, could use a few more lines in Lemurian style, however. Functionality-wise, they were adapted to operating in this specific environment. Missing. Just a few examples. Missing. Solar cells for emergency powering were removed for obvious reasons. Missing. Electrical actuators were upgraded from A900 to LA910WP. Waterproof versions designed for Lemuria. Missing. Sensitive components were as well replaced with more suitable variants. Missing. AI has been upgraded to allow the servants to swim and perform other actions whilst partially or fully submerged. Note, don't need more examples. Already elaborated on that on the previous article. Missing. Major changes with the way the servants are being stored. Instead of being stacked in tubular pods and moved out of sight, missing. Servants would retire to olivate pedestals which would recharge them. Missing. Blending with the other purely decorative statues. Missing. Pedestals charge them by the means of electromagnetic induction, so the top surface is nice and flat. Note, nice and flat? Missing. Having servants rest in the hallways has an added benefit of them being more easily available. Idleness and served, missing. Aesthetic purpose. As the Olivet stone proved too heavy for the servants, a special kind of coating was developed to give their skin an appearance indistinguishable from Olivet. This coating is slowly reducing the use of Olivet globally, but that is a wholly different subject. Note, should add in there somewhere where the coating is called OC40. For years, these improved helpers, the servants, had served us well. Note, should rephrase that, sounds silly to me reading it now. Missing. Community thrived, our technology became advanced. Missing. Cannot forever remain in isolation, and that someday all that we've built here will come under severe threat. We're not a security agency, but we should not be defenceless. The recent militarization program of the Joint Security Command, missing. Terrestrial Guardian robot equipped with heavy weaponry, but would also serve as an aesthetic function similar to that of the servants, missing. The same pedestal-based recharging and type of surface coating would be used, with perhaps slight modifications. Missing. Missing. That's where the similarities end. The Naga protectors are not here to do heavy lifting or to prepare our meals. Missing. Kill our opponents. Missing. The new LZZ-2 fusion cannons, which proved missing, easily surpass any other weapon we possess when it comes to raw destructive power. Missing. Capable of eliminating pretty much all targets short of T-12 rated armoured vehicles in a single hit. Missing. What else is more fitting to carry such a weapon than the largest of our servants, or should I say protectors? Cannons are installed inside the protector's mouth and are completely concealed until engagement. Missing. First two units unveiled today have been posted in the Nexus of Technology's courtyard, and we'll be seeing more. Missing. They'll be sitting atop their pedestals so that we may marvel at their beauty, but when danger finally draws near, missing, rise and glow so that we may marvel at their might. Final note, the whole text is too long. I should have cut something or split into two articles, or else Alexander will never accept this. Now, back. Has he got any more? doesn't. Okay. So we've investigated the nexus of technology. Let's try and find our good captain. Have a quick chat to him, otherwise we are somewhat limited in what we can do. Chief Briggs, what do you know about the ferryman? Consider him a minor threat. He was seen entering pirate territory, and after the threat of Professor's kidnapping, we disregarded him as being actively involved with the pirates. However, what worries me is the fact that he's also sailing through native waters completely uncontested. The kind of relationship he has with them is something we've not been able to determine yet. He was uncooperative whenever he was approached. Slightly armed for the time being, best avoided. Security status, currently 25 sec troopers defending the camp. 1 firearm and ammunition supply, very good. High-tech equipment supplies, very good. Medical supplies, satisfactory. Our jet ski numbers are very good. In addition to that, we've lost your hood. That's all. Leave you to your work. Okay. So, it looks like we can do nothing until we find the ferryman. We are 17 out of 30 from our respective experience. I do need to charge you. So I will take one of 2 of these. Recharge the freighter. Okay, that charges it mostly back up. There. Okay, let's see if we can go find the ferryman. And of course he's not here again, so let's see you when we're back at camp. Okay, and we're back with Professor Oldfield. Sir, you're here. What do you want to talk to me about? Well, first and foremost, I have to admit that I am, how shall I express myself, overjoyed with how you performed so far. It's no hyperbole. What you've done for this expedition in such a short period of time is nothing short of incredible. Thank you, Professor. Much obliged. You're welcome. Now let's move on to a more pressing subject. I need to speak to you about the expedition. Did we already have that conversation? We did, but there are things you haven't been told yet. Important things. Classified things. The reason we're having this talk in private and not over the NavCom is that we simply cannot risk what I'm about to tell you being overheard by the wrong ears. Gesture zipping your mouth shut. Jolly good. If I'd known that I was going to end up in a pirate jail cell and being so close to meeting my maker, we'd probably have had this conversation sooner. Then again, I had yet to witness your performance back then. In any case, Chief Briggs is the only person besides me, and soon you, who knows about this. So in case something dire happens, again, you can freely speak to him. Takes a sip of water from a plastic bottle before proceeding. So far, you've been searching through the Lemurian facilities somewhat blindly, relying on what little data we could offer, the things you discovered yourself. Everything you've unearthed so far is of great value. There is something of the greatest value here, our primary goal of the expedition, and now you're going to hear it. All ears. I'll start at the beginning. 2 years ago, I acquired a document, an old world document, signed by Albert Sir, Director of the Frontier Research Department at New Frontier Technologies. The document was heavily damaged, but still contained priceless information. Old World was on its deathbed, rapidly becoming less and less capable of supporting life. Each of the supercorporations was seeking their own ways to survive, and this document described an NFT solution to the problem at hand. 4 distinct artificial habitats would be established, large enough to support thousands, if not millions of people. 2 of those I could learn nothing about because of the damage the document had suffered, but the information regarding the other 2 had been luckily spared. One of those 2 habitats is in this cabin. The sea. Its name was unknown to me then, but now I know it. Lemuria. The other one's called Horizon. Horizon? What's Horizon? Well, the original meaning of the word horizon is where the surface and the sky meet, whereas we mostly use it to mean a limit. To knowledge, to understanding. You see, on the surface, there's an unimaginable amount of space above the ground. Just vast, illuminated emptiness, as far as the eye could see. And one doesn't even have to lift his head in most cases. He smiles, his eyes gleaming. This place used to be called Sky. Somewhere at some point where the surface meets the sky lies Horizon. This document did not contain its location, but did offer a clue to reaching it. It mentioned large transporting machines, mobile habitats, which can reach the remotest parts of the surface. After all, the goal of the NFT's project was to eventually reunite the people of the four habitats which were built far apart. There's no information on how these machines work exactly, but they've been linked to something called Acorn, or the Acorn. Acorn, as it appears to be pronounced. Yes, Acorn, whatever it is, an actual mobile habitat or merely a part of the city or its key is implied to be of paramount importance to reaching Horizon, the most of all four habitats, and perhaps to reaching the other two remaining. In the Acorn, it's here in Lemuria. I'm no fool. Horizon might not exist, or even if it did, it might have suffered the same fate as Lemuria. But Lemuria is real, and perhaps these machines are as well. If we can acquire one, maybe we can go beyond our own horizons and establish a new, better world. He takes another sip of water and awaits your reaction. That is fascinating, isn't it? Not what I expected, he nods. I hope you understand why this must be held in utmost secrecy. If any of the local factions knew what lies here, they might become motivated to compete with us. We are strangers here, and we are cut off in a vulnerable position. We can never win against the likes of Core City oligarchy, for instance. You now know what your primary goal is. Keep your eyes peeled, but I'm sure they always are. Regarding your actual missions, we have two new locations we'd like you to investigate: the Lemurian Health Center and the Joint Security Headquarters, coordinates I-1 and F-12, respectively. The former deep in pirate territory, the latter deep in savage territory. What do you know about these places? Not much besides the obvious, I'm afraid. It's up to you to enlighten us, he chuckles. That's all I wanted to talk to you about, Saving Star. Best of luck, and keep in mind what we discussed here. Got it, Professor. Time to get going. Farewell, Saving Star. So, Health Center I-1 and Joint Security Headquarters F-12. So, this is I-1. Which we now need to go back to. Very annoying. And F-12. Yeah. Explore more. Now, have I explored more? No, we have not. Okay, so what do I need to do here exactly? What can I do here exactly? That's a good question. Honestly, have we been up there? I think we have. But apparently it is our place to go again. I'm going to talk to you if I have any questions about jet skis. Yeah, I've been in love with jets since I was a teen. I ride them, I fix them, I know all about them. I need some help fighting on a jet ski. Yeah, Jips Wobblies, fighting's tough. I may not dominate, but I've had enough experience zoning out freeloaders and other kinds of sea zoners to humbly say I'm pretty hardcore. Freeloaders? You know, random pirate wannabes who think they're hardcore just because they got something vibrating under their crotch. So can you give me a few tips? I'll give you more than a few tips. I can teach you some basic naval combat. 50 coins, I've got you covered. Here you go. Yay! To you and Marcus are surprised. He jumps on the table, his head brushing against the tent's roof, upon standing fully upright. Now, Syrian style, rock that table back and forth. Think like a wave, whoosh, whoosh and whoosh. Off the table. Shakes his head, down out with me, like a breath with the respite pipe. I said, wave, not way. Make me feel like I'm on a jet ski, back and forth, back and forth. Why not do this on a real jet ski? My lesson, my teaching methods. Be a wave. Yay, now pay attention. So we're going to get some abilities here. You step down from the table and Ladleman stops rocking it. There you go, so you can start now. You're ready to do all of that on a real jet. Was I a good serpent? Gotcha. Leg, gonna die, boy. I'm counting. Yeah. I need some parts for my jet ski. Do you understand me? I can only sell you vehicle repair kits. Everything else strictly regulated, and the only paperwork I can stand is the pipeworks paperwork, if you know what I mean. What? He leans closer so Marcus can't hear him. Get out of the Black Sea and visit Ray's shop at City Docks. Eastern section, remember where we were? Dominating selection of jets and parts. Ray's himself a hardcore guy, real hardcore. In and out, no one on that. Got other questions? Bye. So we've gained the feat Naval Combat. So increases stability of 15% and maneuverability 10% when piloting a jet. Reduces action point of disembarking by 10. Increases precision of mounted jet ski weapons for those unproficient with guns. Excellent. I don't think that helps us a great deal, but whatever it does do is better for us. It never hurts to have more stuff. Hopefully that will assist us in our attempts at doing things. So we're going to go up to here. I'm going to go once more via Unity's area. So I'll see you when we're there, or if something happens in between time. See you later. Okay, we are back here. Grenade throwing is much better here. It was. This could get messy. Okay, well, I'll take the lack of hitting power there. Excellent. Quick save. Take the time to quick save. I think we're just going to grenade our way through this. Of course it was a critical hit. Oh shit. Turns. Perfect. One down. Do I have, I think somewhere on my boat I've got my throwing knives. Let's see how they work. In place of the electromagnetic EMP grenades. Sight. Fucking legendary. Okay. That's literally legendary to my mind. Nothing of interest there. So let's sort this guy out now. He's got literally nothing of interest. Take the bear trap. Awesome sauce. It does provide me with another landing point to go in and take down some of these cities. Yeah, didn't do a great deal, but showed them what's what a little bit. Maybe the same over here. Do I need to? Oh, I know where this is. I know where this is. I know where this is now. This is where I can't get to because of those bloody seahorses firing at me. Quick save here. stealth do I have? Let's try this. My stealth should now be pretty impressive, relatively speaking. Well, maybe not. Okay. Let's put you back on. Let's quick save. Is that going to be enough to save me? It is. Not a great deal. So let's heal ourselves up here. We stepped on a mine, but that's something to be expected, to be perfectly honest. Right, so my object here . So let's take another one of these. Quick save. So pop in there. No! Bloody hell. Okay. So my plan is not terrible, despite how everything looks. My plan, I believe, is sound. Save there. Snack on a bit more honey. I believe my plan is sound. So now I have to forget to do this. Okay. So this is going to take a little bit of toing and froing, which I expect from something that I am guessing about how to do on the fly. Good. Oh, come on. Right. It's a quick save. Now, what I want to do now okay, let's see if you can shoot me. That's okay. That's okay. I just needed to see what the likelihood of that failing was. Okay, again. Not a disaster. It's all about getting rid of those. It's all about getting rid of things that I'm not 100% certain of. Now, does that get me okay? It does. Right, so there's more here. But for now, it's about I'm going to put the shield up. Okay, I don't need to put the shield up. Okay, so this is not impossible if you come at it from this angle. Quick save. And shield off. Right. Okay. So far, can I hide behind you? Let's quick save. No. But that's fine. I can't hide in that spot, but can I hide in this spot? No. That's okay. This is all fact-finding mission. But what it does mean you. ones here. Okay, I don't have my grenades on me. So let's switch these back out here. Quick save. Okay, now we come along and we have at thee. That was pinnacle awesomeness. Ooh, and I got a battery out of that as well. Right, so let's quick save here. So you're there. Can you shoot all the way around? Awesome. So we have now completely cleared this area, which I initially thought would be not impossible, but damn difficult, very quickly. And I'm just going to give you a couple of zaps with the repair kit. You've done very well indeed. Bloody lovely job. Wow, that's a lot of stuff as well. This is one of those rare episodes where I actually feel quite impressed with myself. Ooh, 2 bandages as well. Remains out of you as well. 9 batteries, jeez. That's super impressive. Okay, so I can now comfortably head back here. Get my boat around. I'll see you when I'm back. Okay, whilst I'm here, I'm just going to go and roll myself down here just to uncover things. Okay. Nothing that needs to be uncovered. Lovely job. And you. Yeah. Okay, let's quickly dump you on here. Acetated deionizer, whatever that might be. Take all of that nonsense. Dump all of these goodies. Now. So it's this gas shell. Nothing, and probably find a mine somewhere around here. There's a filled severed arm. Yep, C4. Gate. Excellent. And I think that can be our episode for today. It's a remarkably successful one. At least for me, anyway. We had something to do, and we did it. Actually, I'm just going to go grab this box, watch me stand on a mine. And that was absolutely pointless. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed, please subscribe. If not, don't worry about it. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time where we shall attempt to go in here. Let's see what we can turn up if today is anything like as successful as today's. Ooh, can I do this one? No, this one's broken. Yeah, it doesn't appear to be functional. It'll be quite good. Anyway, see you again. Goodbye.